What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Mika Chanel, back with another edition of Mika Chanel is Just Saying. All right, today we're talking about The Real Housewives of Cheshire, Season 1, Episode number 5. This makes the halfway point for this particular franchise because it's only like a 10-part series. So we're not going to get like, how many episodes did we get like of the like Atlanta Housewives? We get like, I don't know, like 20 some episodes it seems like. But no, this one is only 10 episodes. So we're on episode number 5. You guys excuse my voice because I am like hung over. Okay, we had cousins night last night and I drank way too much. And so I just been laying around. I don't think I'm hungover anymore, but my voice hasn't returned back to normal yet. Anyway, so this episode starts off. Tanya, she goes over to Leanne's house to pick up Leanne because she has arranged a lunch for Leanne and Magali to sit down and hopefully work out all of their issues and, just talk. And for some reason, they are nervous. I'm not sure why they're nervous. Because Leanne is the one that started everything. So I'm not really sure why they keep feeling like Magali is the aggressor when she really isn't. So while they're driving to the restaurant, we shoot on over to Dawn's house. Dawn and her 4 daughters, they're also gorgeous. They're getting ready for their family photo shoot, just the girls, because it doesn't look like her husband was involved in it. And, nothing really going on there. Just, just a family photo shoot. She says that, she doesn't have any brothers or sisters. Even though her mother and father both have a lot of brothers and sisters, she does not have any brothers and sisters. So she mentioned again that her daughters are the little sisters she always wanted. And it's just so weird to me. But you know what? Dawn is a different type of person in general. Anyway, so let's go back over to Tanya and Leanne. They're in the restaurant. Like I said, they are nervous for whatever reason. I don't know. Leanne's just like, I just want to get everything out that I have to say before it gets too heated or whatever. She feels like Magali has been trash talking about her throughout town or whatever. So anyway, so here comes Magali. She walks in. Magali walks in. She seems to be pleasant. Tanya says she gives Leanne a death stare. I didn't see a death stare. I mean, I just saw someone coming in and not really knowing what to expect. So they sit down and, they're just looking at each other and Magali's like, start. So Leanne, she immediately goes into the whole reputation thing and she's like, what did she say? She's like, I want you to go ahead and just tell me whatever it is that you think that you have on me or whatever. This makes me think that, because she keeps saying this, it makes me think that Leanne has something in her past besides being a table dancer or stripper or whatever it is that she's supposed to have done or whatever. Because then she says that Magali told a mutual friend something about her being a stripper, and Magali's like, I never even said anything about you being a stripper, but the whole town of Cheshire knows that you were a stripper at one point or whatever. And then Leanne just goes in and just calling Magali a liar, saying that she's not being truthful because whoever this other person is told her that Magali said these things, even though Magali is sitting here telling her, I did not say those things. Leanne is believing the other person for whatever reason. I guess she has her reasons for believing this other person. And so Leanne is, she started it off on the wrong foot. I'm like, Leanne, if you wanted this to be a peaceful meeting, you should have, just been a little bit softer and not so combative. You came across, Leanne, very aggressive to start, you know what I mean? And so then that put Magali on edge, and Magali starts pointing her finger, and I didn't say anything about you, and this, and that's not even the issue. Your stripper past or whatever is not even the issue. The issue is, you coming to me about something that had nothing to do with you from the beginning. You started in with me. That's the bigger issue or whatever. So they're going back and forth, and Leanne's like, don't point your finger in my face, and Magali's like, I'll point my finger anywhere I want to point my finger, and blah, 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 blah. I thought Magali was about to get sucked in. I really did think she was about to get sucked in, and I'm glad that she was able to pull it together and bring it back a little bit, because I don't want Magali to turn out to be the bad guy. You know what I mean? So I want her to just keep her calm. I thought that she was about to lose it for a minute, but she reeled it in, and that was good. And she's just like, look, I have so many things going on in my life right now that are so much more important than sitting here arguing with your dumb ass. And I'm sure you have important things going on in your life that's more important than sitting here arguing with your dumb ass. And, you know, and then Magali starts to cry a little bit. And she says that her sister is sick and she knows people that are dying or whatever. So she's got some things going on, and she's just like, what happened to my happy, nice Leanne, you know? And so Leanne's just sitting there looking at her. Leanne doesn't know what to say, because she has to know she's in the wrong with all of this, starting this argument. Magali says they've known each other for 15 years and they've never had anything like this happen before, and she's just really thrown off, you know? So anyway, I guess they agree to move on. We didn't actually see them, like, you know, say, okay, yeah, we're gonna, you know, try to be friends again or whatever. But I think they, you know, it was a unspoken agreement that they were just gonna squash the whole topic or whatever, you know. But then what's her name? Leanne calls Dawn to tell Dawn about it, but then she's kind of acting like, I don't think that Leanne is completely over it, because she's telling Dawn like Magali was, you know, being mean or whatever and doing this and doing that. And it just seems like Leanne is just not ready to get over it. Hopefully, though, she keeps it to herself for the rest of these next 5 episodes, because I don't want to hear about it anymore, okay? It's over. It's drug out for like 5 episodes. Let's move the hell on. Anyways, what happens after that? Lauren goes over to visit with her mom. And they say mom. She goes over to visit with her mom and dad, and doesn't her dad look like he is just too cool for school? I mean, he got the long hair, you know, he just chilling, look like he is just so laid back, you know. He's like, you know, I just take care of my ladies. That's all I do. I take care of my wife and I take care of my daughter. That's all I'm here for. Other than that, I'm relaxing. That's the kind of air that he gives off. And her mom, I like her mom a lot. She's very youthful looking, and she just seems full of life. And I don't know, I just like her. So I want to see a little bit more of, I really want to see more of Lauren. I want to see more of her, like what she did today, like and what she did yesterday in yesterday's episode, going over, talking with her parents or whatever. So she discusses with her parents that they are going to visit, I guess, Arizona. Her husband's partner recently relocated there, and I guess her husband also wants to relocate to Arizona, but she's like, she does not want to live in Arizona. Her mom's like, I don't blame you. It's the desert. Why? People leave the desert, okay? That's what she was saying. She's like, why would you want to be in a place that is so hot all the time? And she's like, I don't. And she's like, and plus every house in Arizona comes with a sewing kit. I'm like, I don't know where she got that from, but she's like, she is definitely not the sewing type or whatever, so I don't know. I've always wanted to stay in Arizona. I think it's a really, really pretty state. But yeah, it is the freaking desert. And I don't know, maybe in my mind I could live there. But I've grown up in Northern Illinois my entire life. So moving to somewhere that didn't have 4 seasons would probably drive me crazy. And I'm not even a big fan of the summertime. Anyway, so yeah, so they kind of talk about that. And her dad is just like, no, why would you move? Why would you move, you know? So, I don't know. I guess that is TBD, to be determined if Lauren is going to move with her husband, Paul, or not. And the next thing we see in Mika, it's so strange to me how close she was talking about before in other episodes about how close she is with her ex-husband, Mark. But it's very weird to see it. You know what I mean? Like, he was over, they were cooking, celebrating their anniversary, their divorce, but she says they still celebrate their anniversary. I'm like, really? That's strange. Okay. That's one strange thing. So they're cooking. She says that she spends like 3 or 4 nights with him. Okay, again, another thing that's strange. You know what I mean? Why did you divorce the man if you're so attached to him emotionally? I guess because she's not physically attracted to him. She says that they haven't actually had sex. They just, hang out with each other or whatever. And I guess he hasn't moved on. And I'm like, of course he hasn't moved on, because he's still hoping that you're going to come to your senses and come back to him. I mean, why else would this man be hanging around you, this much or whatever, giving you massages and all of that? It's just very, very strange to me. The whole setup is very strange, and they seem to have a good relationship though. So it's very weird. I don't know. So, but I guess she's happy with it. I mean, in the beginning, in the earlier episodes, she was crying about her life. Now she's saying she's happy with her life. So if she likes it, I love it, and that is what that is. Anyways, the ladies are going on holiday. They're taking a girls' weekend, and they're going to this castle. I can't remember what the name of the castle was, but apparently both Leanne and Tanya were married in that castle. So they're all excited to go back, and the rooms that they're in are just gorgeous. Okay, just gorgeous. Except for, and Pika's room was really nice, but it was a lot smaller than the other ladies' rooms, and then Pika was just so pissed off about having the smaller room, because, I mean, compared to the other ladies, she did have a very tiny room. I mean, I didn't think the room was tiny, but compared to the other rooms, it was very, very tiny. So, she was not happy about that. She goes into Dawn's room and she talks to Dawn a little bit, and she brings up the whole hysterectomy thing and how Dawn was just really upset. And then again, Dawn gets upset. I don't know why Aunt Pika brought it up or whatever. But it pisses Dawn off. Then Dawn says that she's not sure why Aunt Pika's acting the way she is. Like maybe she's got some kind of jealousy issue, or she said maybe she's a little envious or whatever. I don't know what that's about. But I don't know. It's just a little weird, them two. I don't know what their issue is. They've known each other for a really long time, so maybe they just have this love-hate, up and down relationship or whatever. Anyways, let's move on for that, because there really wasn't much to talk about in that scene. But then later on in the evening, after everybody settled into their rooms, I'm trying to think if I missed anything. No, I didn't. Okay, so later on in the evening, as everyone, after everyone settles into their rooms, the ladies sit down for dinner. Now, they're waiting on Tanya and Leanne. They're both late coming down for dinner. Why are they late? Because Leanne wants Tanya to take a pregnancy test, because, Tanya is thinking that she could possibly be pregnant. She doesn't want to be pregnant, but she could possibly be pregnant. And for some reason, Leanne decided it was her job to bring Tanya for a pregnancy test. Leanne says she's obsessed with taking pregnancy tests. I guess she's trying for another baby or something. I'm not sure. But she says that she has a whole bunch of pregnancy tests at home, so she brings them. She has Tanya pee on the stick. Tanya is not pregnant. She has a little funny, what did she say? Because she's had 3 kids, and she's like, she can't pee straight in a straight line, so she didn't know, like she thought she drowned the pregnancy test or whatever. It was kind of funny. I thought that was funny, because I think it's kind of true. After you have kids, it's hard to pee in a straight line. Anyways, what else is going on? So yeah, so they all sit down. Finally, Tanya and Leanne get there. And they were like, oh, Tanya took a pregnancy test, and then she's like, yeah, I'm not pregnant. It just turns out I'm just gaining weight. I'm a little fat or whatever. So everybody's like, oh, okay, here's the fat. But then Dawn cuts in, and Dawn's like, oh my God, I have a story about that. So then she goes on and starts telling the story about how she was like really bloated or whatever, and someone said that she was fat. Then someone else said, oh, you might be pregnant or whatever. And I guess this annoys the hell out of Lauren. Lauren says that Dawn is always cutting people off. She always has to one-up people. And like, she's like, oh, if you say you have 6 fingers, she's like, oh yeah, I actually have 6 fingers too. But I used to have 7, like just saying whatever you say, she has a story to come back with it. I hate people like that. and it's very, very annoying. I try to be very conscious of that because sometimes people are telling stories that that you may be able to relate to, but you don't always have to relay your story all the time. And I know that's something that I have to catch myself doing, and I'm very conscious of it now. But I didn't used to be conscious of it in the past. So Dawn, you just need to be a little bit more self-aware. But Lauren just feels like Dawn is self-absorbed, and Dawn is telling this story, and Lauren is like, you are taking too long to get to the end. Tell us what happened, girl. We don't want all the damn details. You're talking too damn much, basically, is what she was saying. All the ladies are looking around, and Pika's like, well, she said everything that people wanted to say, but people didn't want to say it out loud or whatever. For some, I guess Dawn is, people are a little afraid of her for some reason. But not Lauren. And Lauren basically tells her, like, look, you're boring. I don't want to hear this story. Why are you even talking? You're still talking. So then Dawn goes, well, why don't you tell a story? And she's like, oh no, you can continue telling your story. You're so much better at it. I'm like, ooh, Lauren. Lauren likes to throw that sneaky shade. That wasn't even sneaky shade though. That was just out and out shade, okay? But I like Lauren. That is my girl. She's feisty. And I mean, somebody should have told Dawn to shut the hell up because it wasn't even about her. You know what I mean? Tanya was trying to tell a story. And it was not about Dawn. Dawn likes it to be about her. Anyways, so they just go into the whole thing about and Pika wanting to have more kids and have a family or whatever. Someone, I can't remember who, says that maybe she should freeze her eggs. And then this goes into a whole thing about freezing your eggs. Lauren says she doesn't think that that's something that you should do because you never know how the babies are going to turn out. And especially like these women over 40 that are freezing their eggs. This pisses off Dawn. Dawn gets very upset. She starts like kind of crying or whatever. And she's just like, basically she's internalizing everything that these ladies are saying. But what they're saying is very true. Like, you have 4 kids already. You have to get this procedure. You're older. And why would you freeze your eggs at this point? I mean, you have 4 kids already. Your husband doesn't want to have any more kids. And your eggs are probably not that viable right now anyway. So, but at the end of the day, it's Dawn's body. And like I said before, just taking that part away from a woman, I can only imagine that it's a very difficult decision and just something difficult just to have in your mind. Like, they're about to take away my reproductive organs. You know what I mean? So I can see that being a little scary. But at the same time, Dawn, you need to come back to reality and realize you have 4 children. And you're a little older, you're a little older and your eggs are probably not all that good. Anyways, but Dawn just starts crying. She walks away. She goes up to her room. And Lauren says in her interview that, Dawn is okay as long as she's the center of attention and she has all her cronies around her, backing her up and agreeing with everything that she says. But when she's put in a position where she has to stand alone, then it's uncomfortable for her. And so Lauren feels like that's why Dawn left the table crying or whatever. We will, I guess, find out why, like, the whole story and what got Dawn so upset next week, because it said it's to be continued, because Leanne left the table and went up to Dawn's room to talk to her, and then it went off. And so it said to be continued. We already knew that there was going to be some drama on this trip. None of the housewives, people in general, you just can't go on vacation together and spend all of your time together and not argue. I mean, it just is what it is. My friends are always like saying they want to do like a trip and we get a cabin or whatever and everybody's like stay in this cabin. I'm like, no. If you want me to remain your friend, then we all need to have our own separate hotel rooms, okay? Not a bedroom in the cabin. A separate hotel room so that I won't have to see your ass when I don't want to see you, okay? I get very, irritated easily. I like my space. I like things a certain way. So that's why, even when we go out of town, unless I'm visiting with my mom or my father-in-law, we stay in a hotel. If we're visiting anybody else, friends or whatever, we're staying in a hotel. Just because, you know, you just want things a certain way and you just want your space or whatever. And I'm not a big fan of girls trips myself. They just, nothing but drama can come out of a girls trip, honestly. And I don't know why, but you know, it is what it is. And I'm really looking forward though to seeing the rest of the trip. It looks like next week they're going to be doing some kind of chicken herding or something. I don't know what that is. We will find out next week what that is. So anyways, that's all I have for you guys today on the Real Housewives of Cheshire season 1, episode number 5, right? Yeah, number 5. I hope you guys enjoyed the blog. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Please comment on this video. Please like this video. And please stay real. You guys, I'm so tired. I'm surprised I even got to this video. I'm so hungover, but I know I'm not going to have time to do it tomorrow, so I wanted to do it today. But anyways, you guys, until next time, please stay real, stay safe, and stay tuned to Mika Chanel is just saying bye-bye.